Hi there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto, and we're looking at a 1992 Nissan Skyline GTR, and this one here is quite exciting for a couple of reasons, but I just want to mention this is probably one of the cheapest R32 GTRs that we've bought, and it comes with a couple of surprises. The vehicle is great value for money on this one. Usually when we go for the lower priced Skylines, you're going to be a little bit sad. In this case, we got lucky, and the whole vehicle looks like it's in quite good condition. And so, RB26 twin turbo engine, and this is the standard engine that comes in the car with a couple of really cool little additions. We have the aftermarket aluminum radiator there, aftermarket HKS piping that goes for the air filters, which aren't there. A little bit strange on that. They did come into the car, like inside the car. Here they are. And so we can put those back on if the buyer wants. It's going to be up to him. Engine seems like it runs really well for having just over 200,000 kilometers, which is really high. Looks like the ABS module has been changed. It's shinier than everything else. We also have, take a look at this, HKS VCAM system, and so that's aftermarket variable valve timing system for the engine. Helps you with a higher power at your lower RPMs and less turbo lag, so really cool on that. Plus, if you take a look, the entire cam cover has been changed to say HKS Power. I don't know if that's part of the kit, but it is really cool. I'm guessing it is because this section here needs to be different for everything to be plugged in there. Now, probably the biggest surprise in this car is if you take a peek down here at the turbos. It's a little bit hard to see with the camera, but it says HKS on the side of the one turbo that you can see. Now, I'm guessing it's a GT25 series. It's pretty common to put as an aftermarket turbo. And then it also has the FCON V Pro computer that is tucked in here. And what's cool about all of this is it wasn't really mentioned on the auction sheet. The auction sheet did mention that it says twin cam 24 valve twin turbo HKS VCAM system, but it didn't say anything about the extra turbos or the extra computer or the aluminum radiator or the air filters, which it only sort of has half the air filters. Engine seems to run really good. That's loose. That's not going to do much good. Try that again. And it is noisy without those air filters. Okay, gonna lower the hood. I'll show you the rest of the car. I will say that radiator fluid looked good, but the oil didn't look very good. It looked quite black. And when you're looking at this car, keep in mind that this was probably the bottom 15% of what these usually sell for. And so that will give you a good idea about how lucky that we got with this one. So let's go over the auction sheet. It's a 1992 Skyline GTR. This is an R grade because it's been in an accident. R grade does not mean salvage title. If you want more information on that, send us an email. But R grade can be a very small accident or a large accident. The details are in this section here. So interior C. Now it says original gunmetal. You look at the car and it's actually not gunmetal. We did check the VIN number on this and it is an original black. So the seller was just, I don't know, asleep at the wheel or something. I already went over this and this section here. So rear accident repaired car. The AC panel has been moved to the glove box. Pretty common thing on the R32. Interior has a part dirty, cigarette burn, underside scratched and dent. Steering wheel peeling. It's the original one, pretty common. Rear seat fade. That happens up here. You can see it's a lighter color. What else do we have here? Seat, cigarette burn, saggy, wear. Rear panel and floor dented. Aftermarket wheels are scratched. Aftermarket wheels are an AVS Model 7 and they're very wide. 265 tires on there. The wheels look great and they are kind of like a dished wheel. I don't know how you would call that, but the fitment is pretty perfect on the car. It looks wonderful. Aftermarket exhaust is a really noisy one. Probably won't show up as noisy on the camera as it does in real life. Air cleaner, suspension, radiator, intercooler, CPU. That's the inspector wrote all of that. Here you can see the front mount intercooler down there, and if you look closely you'll notice that the bumper looks like the Skyline GTR bumpers, but it is actually an aftermarket one. It's full fiberglass. Okay, those are N1 headlights that are on it. And so that's kind of nice to have those as a bonus. I guess you could look in the auction picture and tell exactly what it is. Okay, some people probably noticed that the hood had some fade on it. I'll talk about that in a sec. Okay, underside scratched and dent. Rear seat, I already went over that. Rear panel and floor dented, small scratches, small dents, repair marks. So uneven paint here. And W2. Windshield has a crack in it. Paint fade on the hood. Various paint cracks on the front bumper. It's really not that bad. C1 rust around the wheel well here, and some paint fade on the back bumper. Okay, I'll do once around the car to show you what it looks like, and then we'll go take a look at some of the details of that. The R32 looks great in black, I think, especially with some aftermarket wheels. Not an awful lot of them were made in black. It seems that like over 50% of them were made in the gunmetal gray color, which the seller thought this one was. I'm sure the people in this neighborhood are a little bit angry at me with that exhaust because of how loud it is, so I'm going to turn it off. Sneak in here, turn that off, and I will apologize that it's a really dark day today, and so it's a little bit difficult to see the car compared to how it usually is. I don't know why, but it seems like it's night time even though it's like 3:30 in the afternoon right now. Okay, not an awful lot to see from here, so let me just get back out of the park and into the street. Stock brakes on it. I'm not sure what kind of suspension, but it looks like it's sitting fairly low but not too low. I said in the other video for the wheel and the tire check that it's kind of the perfect height. It's not so low that people are like, wow, your car's too low, you're going to bottom out everywhere, but it's low enough to give you a lot of performance. There's actually a racing seat belt in the back, and so possibly this vehicle was used for racing. Paint of the hood has this weird milky splash look to it. I've never seen something like that. Like there's no peeling of the paint, it just faded. Very strange. Now the hood and the rear trunk are misaligned. This could be damage from the accident. Maybe could have been part of the reason why we ended up getting this one for so cheap. I'm not too sure, but that is, I guess, one of the problems with the car. Overall, I'm still very satisfied with it. And I'm not going to say exactly how much it sold for because we don't do that on this channel. I'm sorry. Okay, interior cards are good here. The buttons all work. Steering wheel peeling. Seats. Just show you this. Rip in the seat up there, not mentioned on the auction sheet. Small rip down here. Could not find the cigarette burn. Okay, there's the racing belt piece. It's not the full belt, it's only the back piece. Interior is generally clean. It won't take too much to clean it up to make it really nice. I'm just going to turn the ignition on here. This one here is your programmer for the variable valve timing. This one down here is for your boost. Here's the dashboard. This is where the AC usually goes. It's been moved to the glove box. Boost gauge is here. It goes up to 2.5 bar, which is pretty crazy. Very short shifter. E-brake works. Interior is really good. No bubbles in the dashboard, so that's a huge win. The dashboard alone can be $1,000. And part of my sniffles being cold for work today. Open up the hood. I did pop the hood. That's weird. Okay, carpet's all tied up. Spare tires under there, and you have a little bit of warping in this piece. Oh, I can't do that with the one hand. There we go. Okay, Cusco strut tower bar in the back there. And let's move this carpet back into place. That looks better. Still a little bit wonky. Okay, we'll close that. And I'll show you one more time here because it wasn't a good... So you can see it's just slightly off. It's really nothing that's that noticeable. Here's the worst part. You can see there. You can hear the fuel pump priming. These have really noisy fuel pumps. Now I did take the car for a little spin. It feels like the vehicle needs to be a little bit tuned up properly. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but it doesn't seem like it hits boost at the right time, and not because of the VCAM. I just think that it needs a little bit of a tune-up. Give it some new gas. Check those coils. Like it's hard to explain exactly how it is. It's a good response, but the turbos don't come in until like 4,000, which is at about what the regular turbos do. So I don't know if the VCAM system's working properly. Something to check out at least. But overall, I think that this is a tremendous deal that we got on this one. And the owner of this is going to be a happy person once the little things are worked out, especially at the savings that he ended up getting on this one. So, hope you enjoyed the video here. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments section. You can also check out our website. The link to that is in the description. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.